Meat?
Good morning from Alaska. It's early. 7:30.
Meat.
It's dark and cold.
Gee, Meat, I had to get you out of the bed early today, man, and talk to the Schweiner.
Yes. Well, yeah, it's been a while, huh?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I'm on my 2 weeks off from my job, and I'm actually going skating with my kid today.
Oh, that's great. That's pretty cool, man.
I got a 14-year-old. I'm going to teach him how to skate, not fight, though.
Well, Meat, that's why I got you on. That's why.
Anymore. Hey?
God, what?
I said there's not much of that going on in the game anymore anyway, so you don't really there's not much of that going on, so.
Well, that's why I got you on the. That's why I got you on the program, Meat, because I am a proponent of tough physical hockey. I miss fighting in the NHL. Why am I wrong to think that?
Well, you've got a lot of people think that too. I mean, it's not like it was like rampant and it was causing games to go on for hours or anything like that. It was protecting forwards and your teammates and keeping people honest out there, for the most part.
Meat, that's another thing, too. You make a good point. The referees, when you played when there was still one ref or two refs on the ice?
Just one ref and two linesmen.
Right. So the referee, I mean, fighting pretty much was put in the game, was incorporated in the game because the ref couldn't see everything. And you just made a good point. It kept people honest. You wouldn't see sticks swinging like you do today or people spearing people with sticks because they knew that if they did, if you got a 2-minute penalty, big deal. But if you got to go up against Grant Jennings and get your head kicked in, you're going to think twice about spearing somebody or taking a two-hander.
Exactly. I mean, every team had, their superstars and then they had their guards, that kind of, looked after them if something went awry, I guess you could say. Someone went after them or, and it was dealt with right then. And, you didn't rely on the referees of the league, to hand down a suspension for some guy coming across the ice full speed, running some guy taking his head off. That's right.
We've made reference several times to that hit that Scott Stevens put on Eric Lindros. If you got your head down, now I'm not saying that hit was legal, but obviously it wasn't. He pretty much ended his career. But what's a 10-minute misconduct going to do when you have to worry about maybe getting some retribution from somebody like Dave Brown or Rick Tocchet? You know what I mean, or Grant Jennings?
Yeah. I mean, starting probably in the 2000s, there, concussions started going up because guys were, getting hammered, and the people dishing out the hits just weren't worried about the consequences. They were just, it was kind of a free for all. You can just go out and run anybody you wanted, and just take your penalty, and then that would be it. So, I mean. So then the refs had to step in, and now they got the game pretty well controlled. So there's not much personality out there anymore. I mean, the game is entertaining, it's fast and there's lots of goal scoring, and but the physical part of it is kind of gone off to the side a little bit, I would say.
Hey, Grant, when you played, you're a 2-time Stanley Cup champion for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and when you were on the ice. That Pittsburgh crowd's a loyal Penguins crowd, and of course you had Mario Lemieux and Yager, you had Recchi, you had Kevin Stevens. You guys had a great lineup. But when obviously scoring goals, you get a reaction from the crowd. But when you guys dropped the gloves, I mean everybody was on their feet.
Yeah, I mean. When Ronnie Francis and Alfie Samuelson and myself came in that trade from Hartford, we basically brought defense and, physical play. And, Pittsburgh, it's a blue-collar town, and they appreciated guys like me that would, stick their nose in there, stick up for guys, work hard, no cheap shots, just honest physical play, and, dropping the gloves once in a while, yeah. It happens, going to Philly, and I'd be dealing with Berube or or Brown. Well, I mean, Dave was from Saskatoon, so we kind of got along, I guess you could say. But I mean, yeah, the fans appreciated it. There's a lot of fans out there now that don't watch the game as much because of of the physical part gone.
Yep. We're talking with Grant Jennings, 2-time Stanley Cup champion from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, I don't know, did you see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers celebration? Tom Brady threw the Super Bowl, the Lombardi Trophy. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
did you? So tell us, what's the craziest thing you guys did? You're a 2-time Stanley Cup champion, so I know you guys had that Stanley Cup in some pretty wild places.
Well, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people heard about the Stanley Cup ending up at the bottom of Mario's pool the first year we won it. It sunk, and we had to dive down there, take turns diving, rolling the thing back up to get it back up on the deck. But I mean, it wasn't on national TV, but I guess they're all, some of the stations are all over Brady for getting loaded and passing, making another complete pass. But I mean, that's part. You celebrate, and I mean, I don't hold that against them. I
know you don't.
The daughter. Well, the daughter of the person who designed the trophy, she wants an apology from him. I heard, or something like that.
Oh, is that right?
I read.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe when he sobers up, he'll give her an apology. I don't know.
Hey, Meat.
Might be a while,
Yeah, especially coming from Tom Brady. Hey, Meat. What's the one thing you miss about playing in the NHL?
Well, I mean, just going down to the rink every day, and you had a bunch of young guys who were like your brothers, and there's personalities, and you got to hear about, their problems every day, or what their, women and their problems with that, it was, and then you get out on the ice and, traveling, just being together, when you're, it's like, being in the military or something like that, when you're with guys for a long time, and then you do battle, and you do battle together, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you find yourself, you're out of the game, and you're away from your friends, and, you're back in real life, and it's, so, that's what I miss about it. It's just, having all those friends in one room, it's pretty amazing.
Well, I'll tell you what, Meat, you're a great guy. We had some fun. I used to fly out to Pittsburgh, and we had some good times. And listen, man, I really appreciate you getting up early in Alaska to come on to the locker room and share some of your thoughts.
No worries. Anytime.